PPT. I will explain you a bit about it. It is more like a eye-opening. You will get more from here, and the same things we will continue in our classes. All right. So let's start. Mr. Gaurav, could you please share the PPT? Yeah. Here is our presentation. So color psychology. So whenever we are doing it, any kind of a mind mapping, we normally goes for the words. But once you will work on a bigger level of the design, I think that class also I will take for your batch after a month and all. So you need mood board, theme board, color boards, client board. This all thing you have heard about, we have discussed before. So how the colors are important further we will see. So I would like to know color psychology. Does it affect how you feel? That means what here we want to try to say is anywhere if you're entering any store, your home or friend house or anywhere if you're going it. So there along with all the ambience, everywhere there is a color, some color story. So with one example, could you guys let me know in order to uh, Amisa to Radhika, could you please let me know how the color psychology impact with the example? Like suppose I'll start with mine one. Recently, I was in a fashion show. I mean, before this situation, the critical situation what we have right now, this must have been home now. We had a Renu's fashion show. The label which we have, that's name is Renu's, where it was a wedding day, the main theme, and the three of the designer was showcasing their collection. The one of was our label. So the entire theme was designed in terms of wedding. Those pastel set colors, and the ramp was also designed in the same way. Our collection was also in the same storyline. So it's giving a feel of that, like classy and somewhat, I could say the words are rich. So there are some words you can see the expressions on my moods and the way when I started talking. Still, I do remember that day feel, experience. How was our collection, the storyline? We maybe show you someday, and in your group, I think if I'm added there, if I am, then I'll share you the link also where you will see the Renu's collection and other designer collection, how that's relate to the wedding day. So can you see a mood is important for who all your a VM designer also, a communication and graphics designer also, because they need to make a graphics accordingly, for a fashion designer also, backstage team also, stylist also. Everybody is related to this theme because the theme was wedding day. Is that, am I making some sense? Are you guys getting it? समझ में आ रहा है आप लोगों को? Yeah. I think Gaurav sir must be, he was invited you. So this is the first thing is very important to understand. That's what you all need to tell me one example, how the color psychology affected you in some certain instances. Like suppose you are watching some movie and suddenly you got scared. Did you notice the color, and are you waiting for the only the element? We have to change the R, like way of thinking, approach, what all things is impacting. Colors impact a lot. So let's give one example one by one. Go ahead, guys. Follow the order, starting from, I'll take the name here: Amisa, Anchita, Anjali, Chavi, Janvi, Khushi, and Radhika. I am taking alphabet orders, the same order you guys can speak about it. So starting with Amisa. Gauravji, could you please check with these kids, Amisa, Anchita, Anjali, Chavi, Janvi? It's just you have to give the example. I want to see, are you guys getting it or not? Amisa, are you there?
Yes.
Please give
Sir.
the example, Amisa. Yeah, please go ahead. I'm muting myself. Please follow the order one by one. Just make this chit chat more. You guys are participating, like Continue.
Students, maybe you will be wrong, maybe you will be right, but please speak. Then we can get to know okay, how we have to teach you. Okay, so please speak whatever you're feeling about this chapter. You can tell anything. Sir explained you a lot about it. So start. Okay. Amisa?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please start. Huh?
Uh, I don't know. Mm, I'm
सोचो
not getting
अमीषा,
any
आप
idea.
ऐसे बताओ ना, सोचो आप। अभी आप घर में हो, कैसा मूड है आपका, वहां के कलर स्टोरी के हिसाब से बताओ। See, there is nothing called I don't know. Okay, we'll come back to you later. Let's move to
Yeah.
Anshita. Amisa, now you are last. If somebody will skip, you have to talk about it maybe later. Yeah, Anshita, go ahead.
Well, I'll talk about a particularly different emotion that is boredom because there's actually no color that describes that emotion. But for me, I think white is the perfect color of it because it does not have it does not belong to the bright side or the dark side. So whenever I am bored, I always stare at a blank sheet of paper because that blank sheet of paper itself reflects myself. And yeah, that basically is boredom for me. And for other emotions like happiness, it's usually yellow color, and for anger, it's red. But yeah, for boredom, it's white.
The thing is, what color mean is more like I want here to know the story from you. So what
Yeah,
happened there, what you feel. Leave it the colors.
once,
Just talk
yeah,
about that story.
once I was like really bored, and then I was thinking about like what I should do. There was nothing I wanted to do, not even drawing. So I was just simply staring at the paper and I was thinking about what I should do. So I was just writing a poem on boredom. And yeah, I was thinking about how this white color is like me. And yeah, though I did not include that white color in my poem, but yeah. Well, there are many other emotions as well, like
Yes.
happiness, of course. Like whenever I go to a party or anything, I
Yeah.
usually wear a yellow dress because it makes me feel like it makes me stand out. Like then it'll evoke a more cheerful mood inside me. Or
True.
sometimes I wear purple because it has some kind of feeling to it. I like that color. So yeah, I think more
True.
like a fashionable feeling you can say for purple and black dark colors. So yeah.
I see. I see you are able to relate and understand talking in a story terms. It is very important to develop our design skill in us and enhance it, in fact, if you already have, to make it much more better. What is happening here? You are trying to recall क्या सब करा, कब किस मोड में क्या करते हो आप, कैसे होता है, why you are wearing it. So now you are able to relate. Must be you're doing it purposely, but you have not noticed it. Now it's in notice, right, Anchita?
Yes, it's like now I notice it. So
Yes.
yeah.
So this need to develop. That is how the things we see are different from others, and that's how you come up with something new solution, a design solution. This exercise, I think, design solution. You was some of you were there in a class. Well, so after Anchita, Anjali is here in my list. Anjali,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Could you please switch on your video?
So it doesn't work. By
All
next
right.
class, I think it'll be fine.
All right, Anjali.
So in certain movies, especially like in horror movies and stuff, I'll give an example of like The Ring and in Twilight. Uh, the movies have this sort of blue or darkish undertone, right? So I feel like
Yeah.
that gives a different feel to the movie. Whereas if you watch it without that like undertone to it, without any of the darkness, then it's like a different feel. Because if you watch like the behind the scenes of the shooting of the movie, it's not with that filter or that blue the blue cover, so it doesn't feel as scary or the vibe isn't the same. But if you watch it like as in the movie, it evokes a sense of like fear and mystery. So yeah.
True. True, it is. But I want to know your experience, by the way, somewhere. What is happening there?
Yes,
Is
sir.
just you're talking about like some real-time experience with a story. Getting it?
Yeah, so like I was saying it, like when I watched the behind the scenes of, like, say, Twilight, I
All right.
understood that it wasn't like, I didn't feel as like the whole feel of the movie wasn't as mysterious when I was watching it without the like blue filter as it was opposed to the actual movie, where it felt
Mhm.
more like something was going to happen constantly.
All right. True. Nice example it is. Well, it's like, well uh, observe the things you have tried and understand, and you come up with this. Well, so we will move for now. Next student, you will see in presentation later more things are. Now we have Chavi. Chavi, could you please explain your experience?
Uh, I was also gonna say the same movie thing. Again, also blue. Like whenever you go to a beach or anything,
Yeah.
it gives, yeah, it always gives a calm vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course, yellow is happy, and yeah,
All
that's
right,
it.
Chavi. Yeah, I got your point. Well, but try to narrate the story. Let's see. We'll go to the next student here after the Chavi, Janvi, and followed by Radhika. I want more in a story term, Janvi and Radhika.
Yes, sir. So, for example, when we go to a thematic fest, like for example, Halloween, I won't wear these bright colors like white, yellow. I'll actually wear those dark colors that resemble the theme of the fest, like Halloween. So, like purple or like black, things like that.
Perfect. So, any example when you went, what happened? Something. Sometime you guys went somewhere and like story.
Yes, sir. So, I've actually not gone to a Halloween fest before. I've just seen
Okay.
videos based on it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So, talk about something which you had experienced your own,
Yes, sir. Uh, I've actually seen some people who have dressed for Halloween and come to our house for like trick or treat. Some kids, so
Okay.
they usually wear these capes sometimes, and they wear these makeup like this teeth, and but they are like never these bright colors like pink or something. Only they dress up as vampires when they like these red colors to show signify blood and to signify what do you say, horror, the horror genre.
Yes, true, true. You are right. Well, so moving to the next student, Radhika, could you please explain?
I don't have a story per se,
Yeah,
but yesterday I was reading the Supergirl, the Red Daughter arc,
yeah,
which is about how Supergirl feels so much rage at a certain person that the Red Lantern ring finds her, and she turns into like a slave for the Red Lantern.
okay.
And that's not the point, but the point is that usually if you see Supergirl's costume, it's blue, red, and yellow, and they're really, really bright and poppy colors. Like the blue isn't like the morose type; it's a very, very calm and happy color. And paired with the really, really poppy yellow and red, it gives you a sense of hope and passion, and it gives you a sense of security. And if you see the
Yes,
costume change when Supergirl goes into the Red Daughter phase, she's using only three colors, which is red, black, and white.
yes,
So the red changes from like a lightish tone to really dark one, which goes from, passion to anger, like pure rage. And I find this really interesting about white, that it can be paired with something and it signifies it. White is a kind of like an amplifier, if you like. So if you pair it
True.
with reds and blacks, it gives you like a feeling of pure rage. The white, if you use it as highlight, it gives you a feeling of like pure rage, while you could pair it with calming blues and pinks, and it would give you like peace, a peace feeling.
Yes.
I find that really interesting about white. But the way blacks, I like how they all move together and they can give you certain feelings just by changing a little bit of the shade.
Okay. Well, very nice. Let's go back to Amisa. Would you like to explain now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So whenever I feel angry, I just draw something with red color. Means I draw
Hmm.
something according to my mood. Like whenever I feel very happy, so I draw something with pink. And whenever I feel so angry, kind of, so I draw red, like I did yesterday. So
Oh,
yeah,
yesterday
and
you were angry.
yeah. So and whenever I feel like very calm, so
Hmm.
I just take a simple white sheet to draw something, but
Okay.
I leave it like blank just because I feel like white is means white gives me a vibe of calmness. So I leave it blank. Then I use it for drawing something red when I get angry. So like that.
True, true, nice. So these are the very good examples. Are right now you guys can see the example, experience, and the storyline also behind of this. And all of you have participated. You have given the example. That is a good thing we can see over here. Now moving back to this presentation, we'll go to the next slide. Gaurav sir, could you please take me next slide? So yeah, just a second. Gaurav, yeah, back to the before this color psychology. Yeah, first one, next one. Yeah. So one by one, could you guys please explain these colors meaning? What is happening here? Followed by black में क्या mention है? What do you understand? White में, red में. Try. Or maybe two you guys can explain. That is also okay.
I can explain black and white.
Yes, take any one, which one you want.
Yeah, so basically, whenever artists use the color black, and they usually use it in the paintings which describe
Yes,
sadness or
true.
depression or something. Whenever, even in comics, they usually use more of black ink to describe evil. So that maybe is why people use black. It is actually a very dark mood, and whenever people see black, they get an uneasy feeling. And as for
Yeah,
white, many religions usually they use white in most of their, like, for purity and stuff. So even for Muslims, they wear a white cap. Maybe it's because to show their gratitude to God, and it also symbolizes peace. So that's why people
very good. So we
actually.
see here black and white, the evil and unhappiness or purity and innocence. How widely and nicely and she has explained this. So we all need to understand that each color having their own meanings are. Well done, Anchita. Now let's go to the next student for red and blue. Everybody will get a
Uh,
chance for different
I
things. Yeah.
I I could explain red and blue.
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
So red is the color that passes through our veins, that is of the blood. So our heart is of that color, so that is why it is shown as love, to show that that love comes from the heart. So that is why red is shown as love, and it is also shown as excitement, because
Yes,
it gives that vibe. And for blue, blue is basically the color of, symbolized as the color of water. And when we cry, basically the tears that that comes out of our eyes is water. and that is considered as blue. That's why that's also considered as sadness, and it's also calm because when the sky is blue, it gives us the vibe of homeliness. So that gives us the feeling of calmness.
True, true, very nice. So red and blue, we see the calm, limitless for the blue. Sadness is also there. Suspense also comes. Many movie we see like those colors are the blue colors give a darker blue tone near to black. They use for suspense. So a lot of things take place. Now the next color we will move. So first of all, we'll say thanks to Janvi for this explanation. Now green and yellow. So anybody who want to go for green and yellow? Student? Anyone want to
I can
explain
do
green?
purple and yellow.
Purple and yellow you want to start. Oh yeah, so then let me complete the green. Green, the moment you see the green, you see the nature across. The first what comes in a mind. The tagline comes, go green. Then you see, oh yeah, we are wherever you want to keep anything which is eco-friendly. These days you will see many shop mart and all. So they keep something green in between, right? So see the green colors, how it is, how important it is in our life. Look again, the it's quite similar then, like if you will see that. So quite similar then it is yellow, but there are the difference, lot of things, and we'll discuss further. Well, let's start yellow and purple, please.
So purple, if you think witches, right? Witches and wizards, the first color that comes to your mind is blacks and purples, because you never know what they're gonna do. It Purple has a sense of mystery, because if you use the right tone of it, it gives you a certain what is going to happen next. A lot of witches have like a purple costume, and for wealth, there's actually history behind that, because purple used to be a very rich pigment to find. So it was very expensive. So in the olden times, only like very rich people like kings and queens used to have purple, and that is why whenever you see purple, you get the sense of, oh, like, I step into a house and the person has purple curtains. I'll be like, oh my god, this person is rich, and it's not to do with anything with the color. It's just the history behind it, which has developed a certain meaning, and now it's correlated with the color purple. And if you think of yellow, I feel like when you think of this shade of the yellow that is there on the screen right now, I don't know why whenever I think yellow, I think of a golden retriever puppy. And the whole point of that puppy is just energy and warmth and just enthusiasm. And that certain tone it just gives you happy vibes. The
True.
whole
Yeah, continue.
the whole yellow is just it gives you, it energizes you just looking at it. And so the figure over there, just it gives you sense of happiness and excitement and makes you want to do more, something productive.
Good. Anyone want to take here? I mean, Radhika, well done, nicely explained. We'll get the similar slide and example later. And I really like the way you guys are mind mapping the color. So now you can relate how the color psychology also having a mind mapping. You can relate that one. So let's go back to the last slide only. And we will see here the brown. Anyone want to take brown? Because this is something is not your generation. I mean, this age people don't like much. So that's what I'm asking. Anyone want to
No,
talk about brown?
I can take brown.
Oh, really? Nice. Go ahead.
So when I think of brown, I think of like stability, sort of, as well as like as they've written reliability.
Yeah.
Like when you take a leather, like briefcases or leather binders of books, right? It just
Yeah.
gives that sort of firmness and class. I think
Yeah.
that's what I relate the color brown to. And yeah, I think that's about it. Like briefcases, especially, it's that stability and yeah, here reliability. So yeah.
Okay. Anything else which is coming in your mind?
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So I
Brown Brown says reliability, right? It's
Yes.
I find that to be weird because when I see brown, the first thing I remember is the cards in Monopoly. The first two properties that you have are this
Yeah.
shade of brown, and those are the worst properties to ever own. It's something you don't want. I don't know how it shows reliability then.
Yeah,
So
so
for
See.
also
example,
I
That's
think
the
idea
only thing
of
that comes to
brown
my mind.
is
Oh well, we'll come there. Yeah, please. You guys continue.
I talk about brown because I have a different idea about it.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so basically, when I think about brown, I usually think about those tree trunks and the soil, and it is the soil of the earth that nourishes all the plants. So that's what brown is like, gives them more of a nourishing, replenishing feeling, and that's what it comes to my mind whenever I see brown.
True. So can you see, guys, the different meanings are? And all of you are right. It's depend where you're using, how you see the approach. A color have a certain aspect and meaning. Like suppose red we see in danger also, excitement also, and love also. It's not just love and excitement. Alert also we use the red. So how you are implementing that one is more important. Getting it? Everybody? We'll get to know more example, more words, more appropriate. Like people sometimes cry if they are very excited and happy and achieve something. But most of the time they cry if they are sad and disappointed from something. So it's a normal emotion. Color is again our emotion. Everybody agree with this? Yeah? Like suppose blue. Blue is very calm color, very peace colors, but at the same time, it's a suspense and sadness also is there. Yeah? Anyone having any question here? Any doubt? Any cross?
I think even for yellow, that's why in traffic lights they use yellow signal as well to.
Yes. Yes. We use yellow over there. But I mean, agree with this? The examples which I have given. Anyone having any doubt? Chanvi, Anjali, Radhika,
I think of purple as fear too.
purple is fear too.
Along
Let
with those two, I also think of fear when I see purple. It
these
may
are
have
just
something to do with
example, one or two
inside
words.
out.
I
It may
got
have
it now.
something to do
You
with inside
yes.
out, but I see purple. Also feel like a bit of fear.
So what I see here now, you guys are in fact thinking beyond these words. And yes, the one color may have a multiple example. We'll see those later. Now, orange and pink together. Who want to explain this too? Who wanna take orange and pink? Anyone? Hmm. Hey, come on, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm counting. If nobody will take, then I'll explain. 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. No
If
one.
you wish, I can explain
Yeah,
these two
please.
also.
Yes, sure. Why not?
Okay, so for orange, when I think of orange, I usually think of the fruit orange because I like the juice. And whenever I drink that juice, it gives me more of a fresh feeling. But I think it is also related to enthusiasm because in birthday parties, they usually use the orange banner with red and yellow and many colors, but they use orange balloons as well. And then for pink, yeah, it's related to red for romance and kindness because pink is actually a very calm color and it's usually the favorite color of for girls because like in most of the beauty products you'll see pink is a very general color among all of them. So
Yes. Good. Let's go.
When I see
Yeah,
pink,
please.
all I can think of is the pink tax, which is certain businesses thinking just because they put pink on a certain object, they can call it for females and they can put it at an extra price
I'm so
just because
happy.
they assume pink is women's favorite color. And when I see orange, I can think of those energy drinks. You know those 5-hour energy drinks that you have like shots that you
Yes,
can
yes,
buy
yes.
like a by
Yeah,
the
yeah.
store, and they have a mixture of like a very acidy yellow, which is
Yes.
mixed in with this certain orange, and it gives you a feeling of like really like energy. Like you
Hmm.
want to buy because it feels like the second you drink it, you will get energy.
So now you see color psychology, it's impact us, right? So we are surrounded with that, each product and whatever we see around. Getting it? Agree, Radhika?
Yeah.
Yeah, next slide. Next slide, we have a bit of word against of all the colors, which you have, you can see here the similar. I mean, so there you will see, okay, like suppose black, so black represent what all color, I mean, what all words. So that's how it goes here. So we see here each one. Obviously, we'll share you so you will have idea about it. So let's see all this moving forward from here. Red, excitement, strength, love, energy. Orange, confidence, success, braveness, like, so this way it will continue. Like suppose purple, somebody is talking about royalty, luxury, spirituality is also there, ambitions is also there. So we'll come on these I mean later also. Let's quickly go to the next slide, because I understand more than the words, we more than a word, visual impact more. So now here you see, so can you relate a lot with, let's start with the red one. Words, sentences, so many things are here. I mean, this is what I want you guys to explain you more. You are able to relate also, brands, and also I really like it. That's why. Somebody, could you please explain me the first row, the red one? What is happening here? Why we have this row like this? Could somebody please explain?
So
No? Okay.
they've given the color,
Yes.
the different, multiple different meanings, and they've given you real life examples of when brands use it to promote certain meanings from those colors.
Yes, so the red, we see the red one, like, we along with the visual, we need to relate with the word also. So it's whenever we talk about any passion or active, something exciting, very bold, energetic, youthful, physical, all these words, power, the moment we say red, so it shows power, right? So all the word you are able to relate with red, but at the same time, how the brands are. Like suppose Red Bull, print test, maybe you guys are using it, but Coca-Cola, now you can relate why the Coca-Cola logo color is red. While doing it, you will not get confused, right? Getting it? You are able to understand and relate, everyone? Anybody is having a doubt? No? Yeah. So I want you guys also, how many we have? Yeah, 6 more. So we have Chavi, Radhika, Anchita, again Anjali, Amisha, and Chanvi. So one by one, you explain the starting with red, pink, purple. So that many we have. So anyone can start with the red. I have discussed few, but yeah, you just read what you understand, explain in any order. That's okay. And obviously, if something need to add on, I'll do that. Could you please do right away? This is very important. If you understand this, it's quite things are done till here. If you understand, because we are surrounded with magazine, books, brands. So every time you will see something, we'll realize, oh yeah, this logo is green. This ad having this color. This is the region, right? So this visual, this entire content, what we have learned till now, if you understand from starting to end, it may sound, oh, क्या सीखा हमने? Sometimes we feel, okay, things become easy. लगता कैसे हो गया यहाँ पहुंच गए. So if you will understand this and practically you will use this one, you will never fail. It's the best to learn. Okay, so that's what we need to give some time, understand, listen the examples of your friend, or else you just read and try to relate. Go ahead, guys.
I think I can explain red.
Okay, start.
Yeah, so in the ads which they have given, like here they have given the brands Kellogg's and Lego, Coca-Cola. I think for Coca-Cola, I feel that the reason they have used red for the letters is because red is like it gives energy, and in many Coca-Cola ads, like they have shown that whenever that person drinks the Coca-Cola or the Coke, then he gets the energy. So maybe that's why they have used red. And also it's an like an analogous color to black. So it also matches with the color of the drink. And for Lego, boys are mostly a big fan of red. That's what everyone thinks. So that's why they must have used red for a color Lego because, and also because it symbolizes rigidity. So, and Lego is mostly about blocks. Then in Red Bull, I think that's also more like an energy drink, and bulls usually symbolize rage. So maybe that's why they use red for the color. And for Pinterest, maybe they use it as a like it's a creativity site, like you can search ideas and everything. So it basically they must have used that color to describe all these different things you
Mm.
can find in.
Pinterest, normally Pinterest, we talk about pinning something. Pin means in terms of similar to alert, pinning you, a specification. You want something to be highlighted, and that's how the red color is. It's pretty bold, right? The one
Yes.
words comes the bold also under the red with the bold theme. So sometimes you need to understand the direct and indirect meaning also of that color. Getting it?
Okay.
Yes, rest all are fine. Very good. Pink. Who want to take pink
So I
from
can
you?
do pink.
Yes, please go ahead.
So like I think as Radhika put it so perfectly, a lot of businesses like they take advantage of the color pink by putting it as the associating it with the stereotype that women or females like the color pink. And so like most of the times such as Barbie, as although they're advertised towards women and towards girls and towards females, their whole like USP is sort of the pink blonde doll with pink clothes and pink lipstick. And yeah, as the words say over here, it's like feminine. And also like in brands such as Cosmopolitan, which is a magazine brand, and Victoria's Secret, it gives like assertive is written there, so it gives that sort of like respect in the brand, especially such established brands such as Victoria's Secret and Cosmopolitan. It like a sense of strength, I would say. It doesn't say it over here, but it does give a sort of like boldness, I'd say.
Yes, it is. It is, but in a softer term,
Yes.
that boldness is not like a reddish
Yes. Yeah.
boldness. So both boldness is way different. Pink having lot of loves, attraction, like, there's a lot of things. When we talk about like, the words come sensitive, then again, there are so many things. So every words, if you started doing a mind mapping, it gives lot of, like, suppose we talk about care. So there is a terms of the care, we define it a multiple way, right? So every word's having a meaning, and obviously this is one of the very, very soft and important words, which many way brands are using it to touch the customer hearts, or maybe to make them more sensitive towards that brands. We see sensitized news are people make breaking news SAA, but approach are different every time. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. To here to make something highlight, like red to something highlight, we make it bold statement. Pink is to highlight something to very calm statement, but you are still highlighted. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Let's move to the next color.
I can do purple.
Go ahead.
So as you can see, there's the number one brand over there is Cadbury, and Cadbury is
Okay,
a
start
chocolate.
with the words, sir. Start with the words. I understand the discussion about the brand is really nice, but start all words, what all things are there. Follow this step.
Okay,
You will
so
remember all this, yeah? Go ahead.
purple has multiple meanings from ranging from royalty and wealth and
Hmm.
modesty to fantasy, creativity, originality, and
Yes.
it's it's a very very respectable and distinguished sense. It gives you very respectable and distinguished sense. So I mean, you can take an example from Cadbury because Cadbury and I think that's Milka. They both are chocolate brands, and when you want to eat chocolate, you want to eat a very very rich, milky. with high cocoa. You want to eat something and very rich, and that's what the color purple gives you. Along with Cadbury is a very very established brand, and it's coming out with new original kinds of chocolates every so often. So it gives you a sense of originality too, along with
Yeah.
respectable. There is, I can see Hallmark there. Hallmark is a channel which is Hallmark is a channel that's like it's a distinguished brand. It's been around for at least 30, 40 years now. It usually has rom-coms on. That's the one thing I can think of. But it has a lot of creativity, and it there's quite original ideas along with it. The Hallmark movies usually give you a sense of individuality. So, and it's all of these are very like respectable and distinguished brands. If you can like see a trend going on there, they've been around for quite a few years. You say the name, it's a household name. You can say it and everybody knows what it means. That's what I
Yes.
think the color purple is.
Well, so what is this Jopola, by the way? Jopla, sorry. Have you heard about this? Jopla dot
Is it like a property buying thing?
in
I think.
UK.
I mean, yeah. Is it like a place where you can buy houses?
Okay. Next color. We'll discuss about the brand later in class. Don't worry. Navy.
I can do navy.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So when I think of an authoritative and a high positioned community, the color that comes to my mind is navy. That is a darker form of blue. So whenever I think of navy, I think about a sincere and a loyal person and a very mature form, very mature color. So this brings about trust, order, loyalty, sincerity, etc. And a few brands based on this color is Facebook. So Facebook is mainly based on communication and yeah, communication. So when I think of communication, the color that comes to my mind is navy. Similarly, Gap and Reebok.
Okay. What else?
British Gas, and yeah.
Well, so that's true. The Navy, when we see these things comes, and that's how brand also represent. Like suppose why Facebook use this navy color. Chanvi,
So communication.
communication, but why through blue? Why not through pink or red, something else?
It gives us an authoritative feeling. Like Facebook wants trust, right? So that people can
Hmm.
share their things with others. So that's why, to give that feeling, they put forward the navy color.
Yes, that's what we'll see the lot of this similar color, lot of the brands like especially insurance company or the banking sector, they use blue and navy a lot, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. We don't have here the example, but that's how you will see. So this exercise, this project is more eye-opening. Well, I have explained last time the green, you haven't taken anyone. So here with the example, you guys can take this color now, right? The words which I was talking about, fresh, green, you know. So you can see here. So anyone want to take green? ग्रीन के बारे में किसी को बात करना है? छवि?
Can I say on green?
Okay, Radhika.
So as you've already told us, green is a very, very nature-oriented color.
Yeah.
That's the one thing we think of first. So you think of growth because plants grow. and there is equilibrium, because trees, I feel like equilibrium makes a lot of sense because trees keep the oxygen level and CO2 level at a okay rate if we don't cut them down. Trees are also really generous because we get wood and we get food, and green is generally a very, very color that gives you a sense of stability and safety. Green is also a color that you can that can explain prosperity. It gives you a sense of, you know, something successful. Along with balance is the same as equilibrium, and it's also a very, very positive color. You see it and it gives you a sense of positivity. And as you can see, the brands over here, there are the Body Shop, which is something that uses natural ingredients to give your it's the brand for skin products. So
Yes.
it uses usually natural ingredients. That's what their whole thing is. They will use natural ingredients to give your skin a better feeling. It will give you a sense of balance out your skin. There is the Holiday Inn, which I actually don't know why Holiday Inn uses that color. I
Let's go and research. Okay, what is all about Holiday Inn?
Holiday Inn is like kind of like a, you know, for middle class people, it's a resort kind of place where you can stay for a night or two.
So
So
can I
suppose,
explain why they use green for Holiday Inn?
yes, please.
So green is more like a welcoming feeling. So maybe that's why they must have used green and as
Sorry, what you are saying? Green is?
it gives a more welcoming feeling. Like you feel good when you see green, and it is like it welcomes you or something like
Yeah,
that.
and you become more closer to nature, like, you know, and it's again become not whitest wala piece here, but obviously the green give again the one of the theme, like, you know, peace, happiness, or you feel like more life if you're having we keep indoor plant in a home, right? We keep in water some along with the fish sometime, or those green leaf or something. So just imagine why, just think and relate. So like suppose why we have
Yes.
other brands are. So this all, after all, in a one word, if you will tell me, this all very trying to connect with the connection with the nature only. And that's how somehow directly, indirectly, in fact, it's related to that. Well, let's go to the blue, lighter blue tone. It's similar to the, you know, the navy one, because it's become a blue. So obviously, again, it's connecting the world, Intel, internet, Skype, Twitter. We see all this color. So a statement the way they want to keep it. So this has become the obviously a blue, lightest sky blue tone. So that's what we see more open ambition kind of, which is connecting all across. Twitter again the same, and all this brand, Intel and all. So always this blue you will see in terms of many brands again, and especially there are certain brands though sell the product globally, and they want to represent the mass crowd. They also use this color, if you will notice it. Now coming to the orange, one of the interesting color, especially, like, you know, liked by the teenagers, again apart from the pink. So somebody want to explain this? Chanchi? Do you guys want me to explain? Really, no one like orange?
I can explain this.
Yeah, I mean, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it is a very energizing feeling. So that's why it is used in most of the drink brands and those other cold drinks. And also, if you see most of the codes, they are highlighted in orange, so it gives a more positive feeling. And anything related to health or something that makes you feel better, like anything like drinks, energy drinks, or pills, they are usually given like they're usually sent in orange packets. So and also because of the energizing feeling, as I said, many teenagers like orange because they're always so energetic and they're very motivated to do many things. So that's why most of the teenagers also like orange.
Yes, there's a lot of energy, you know. So this says you wanna. So that's what you will see the brand like Fanta, and now you see why they relate, why they keep this kind of the color branding and association. So I
So
hope, yes, please.
So I think, like, in contrary to what Anchita said, I don't think it's that teenagers have a lot of energy and that's why they've put it as orange. I think it's more that they want to make teenagers more energized, and so they've put the color orange rather than because teenagers are energized. That's why they've put the color, like to make teenagers more like energetic. They advertise a soft drink with the color orange.
Uh, See, when we talk about orange, so orange itself, if you will see a color, so it's obviously warm, it's obviously, you know, giving a more it's like, you know, here it's divine kind of the color also, if you will see it. So we use always in our rituals and so many places this colors is here also. It's mentioned freedom, motivation. We can take it towards the concentrations also, like, you know. And the same, this one orange, when it goes towards the brownish tone, and towards more the darker tone, when you mix the black a bit, because we develop a lot of color grids, so that become futuristic also, it goes that side. So I do not want to go in that one. Direct color better we'll discuss over here, because machinery mechanism, those also comes. So
Sir?
in this term, if you will see, yeah, please.
I don't understand why it's used for MasterCard because I think that's like a credit card company.
Yeah, MasterCard is, see, there we have Visa card, we have MasterCard. So there are the company who makes the card. So MasterCard is one of them. So they make the cards for all the bank. You have seen the Visa card also, right?
Yes, but
Yeah. So that's how
don't
the
you
MasterCard is the one. Yeah,
don't
please
you
tell.
want your money kept safe? So wouldn't you rather use like a navy color rather than orange?
Well,
'Cause
they see they cannot use everywhere the navy color. They must be using the, see, if most of the bank having a blue colors in their logo and brand. So that the MasterCard have to come up with their own ideas. So if you'll see the red and orange, so they want to mix, like, you know, energy with warmness, and, like, you know, giving you the freedom and space. So yeah, blue is there, but you can represent this color also in a different way. So that's what they is using it, and their competitor are also having a different color story. So when you add a brand, you have to do the brand positioning of your brand. You understand the point? You have to do the brand positioning for your brand. So while doing a brand positioning, they will not look for only the what is the color meaning is. They have to see overall how they will position their brand in the market in different terms, so that people will remember and recall for long. Getting it? Yes?
yes, sir.
No? Yeah. So we will understand the other side of it. I see you guys have taken a really interest, and we have very nice session, very energetic session, and everybody have participated. That is a great things, and you are all are liking it. So that's the best part of it. So a small exercise which you are supposed to do, please write in the group also. Collect any 5 image, all our viewer also, anyone, collect any 5 image, write down 5 words that relate to that image. This image can be from anywhere, you know. You may have a magazine image, book image, Instagram image, Google search image, whatever, any 5 image. And along with that image, 5 word you should write. Make the PDF of this 5, write your name and share in the group. So next class I will continue the session and the feedback on those 5. That's it. You like the exercise also, classes also? Anyone having any feedback? Anything to say?
No,
I
sir.
think Amisa had joined, or somebody has joined again. I mean, their network may be lagging in between.